This beat-up old nickel might look like it's only worth 5 cents, but the right one has sold for thousands of dollars. The scratches, the dirt, and the worn-out surface could be hiding a rare treasure that almost everyone spends without a second thought. 2005 Jefferson Nickel looks like nothing special. Millions of Americans have seen one, spent one, or left one sitting in the bottom of a drawer. Most people never give it a second thought because it's only worth 5 cents. But that's exactly why so many valuable examples are overlooked. Hidden among ordinary pocket change are 2005 Jefferson Nickels that collectors are willing to pay surprising amounts of money to own, especially when they are in exceptional condition or display unusual mint errors. The year 2005 marked an exciting chapter in the history of the Jefferson Nickel. The United States Mint introduced a fresh new design as part of the Westward Journey nickel series, celebrating the famous expedition of Lewis and Clark. On the front of the coin, Jefferson appears with a modern portrait that looked very different from previous nickels. Turn the coin over, and you'll see a detailed American bison standing proudly across the reverse. This bold design made the 2005 nickel one of the most recognizable coins released during the series, and millions entered circulation through banks, stores, and everyday transactions. Because so many were produced at the Denver Mint, most people assume every 2005 nickel is common. That's where many collectors make a mistake. While worn examples usually remain worth only face value, coins that escaped circulation with sharp details, brilliant surfaces, and very few marks can command impressive premiums. Collectors compete for the finest surviving examples because finding one that has remained nearly perfect for more than 20 years is much harder than most people realize. If you happen to own a roll of old nickels or a forgotten coin jar, don't ignore the dirty-looking pieces. Even if a coin appears dull from years of storage, it could still deserve a closer inspection. The first thing to check is the small D mint mark beside Jefferson's portrait, showing it was struck at the Denver Mint. Then examine the coin carefully under bright light. Look for strong details in Jefferson's hair, the bison's fur, and the lettering around the edge. Coins with crisp designs and minimal wear often attract the strongest interest from collectors. Another reason these nickels become valuable is the possibility of mint errors. Every year, a small number of coins leave the mint with unexpected mistakes. Some may have doubled lettering, off-center strikes, die cracks, or other unusual features that make each coin unique. These errors are often discovered years later when someone carefully examines loose change. While genuine mint errors are uncommon, they can dramatically increase a coin's value because collectors enjoy owning something few other people have. Many people accidentally spend these coins because they assume scratches, dark color, or toning mean the coin is worthless. In reality, natural aging does not automatically reduce collector interest. In fact, experienced collectors often prefer coins that have not been cleaned. Cleaning can leave tiny hairline scratches that permanently damage the surface and lower the value. If you think you found an interesting 2005 nickel, it's usually best to leave it exactly as it is until an expert has examined it. One of the most exciting moments in coin collecting comes when an ordinary-looking coin turns out to be extraordinary. Imagine searching through a handful of nickels from an old coffee can and discovering a nearly flawless 2005 example or an authentic mint error. Stories like these are one reason millions of people continue checking pocket change every day. Treasure hunts don't always happen on beaches or in old attics. Sometimes they begin with a single nickel that everyone else ignored. Auction records have shown that top-grade examples of the 2005 Jefferson Nickel can sell for hundreds and, in exceptional certified conditions, even more. The exact value always depends on factors such as condition, rarity, eye appeal, and whether the coin has been professionally graded. That's why collectors recommend never assuming a coin's value based solely on how old it is. A modern coin in extraordinary condition can sometimes be worth far more than an older coin that has been heavily worn. So before you spend another nickel without looking at it, take a few extra seconds to inspect the date and mint mark. That forgotten 2005 Jefferson nickel sitting in your change jar may not be just another 5-cent coin. It could be the beginning of an exciting discovery, a conversation with fellow collectors, or even a surprising payday. Goodbye, guys.